take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. And David, wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Burks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a... There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. The give on the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Fires to the big fella.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner Schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Picked off! A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down, he'll throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Quick completion to the right. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They'll run the counter. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. To throw, it's Nussmeier. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's second and long. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hilton. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's up. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Kent. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Mateer. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. To the air on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. A strike downfield. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This offense better start finding a way to cap off these drives with points. We haven't seen that now in the last 2 drives. Last one, they were moving the ball pretty nicely, came away with nothing. This drive, it's looking to be more of the same. And normally when you give up sacks, especially on third down, that's what's going to happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play act.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Back down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football out.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown LSU! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. Hits it with a stiff arm. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Burks. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looking for room. It's Ott. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Burks. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
kick from their own 20. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Got a man, it's Ott. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Sategna. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air on second and short. Buying some time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Out of the gun, the inside kick.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
awesome body control, and a great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Grab behind the line. It's up. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off-play action on first down. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fakes the grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Anderson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely center cut. That brings them to within 1.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Burks. So important to convert these third downs, and they can get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, it just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game, Durant.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. Turning it on! And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. The short hands, it's Brown. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
At the 25-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Durham.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether. Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Got a man. It's Gibson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, it It didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got the quick pass. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. You're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Offense scoops it up and still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And as he throws, and it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The inside handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Burks. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Now on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Sooners will hustle to the line. On the run, it's up. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense already made the long field goal. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. They'll throw it from the red zone. A little screen to the running back. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking to get it in. Touchdown Sooners. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Extra point here will give them the lead. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's got it on the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And some room to work. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab near the sticks. It's Anderson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the end zone. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Calling a timeout here. You have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's on. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Burks. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at 39 before he goes out of bounds.
2nd down.
To the air. It's Mateer. Here's a heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Hauls it in the end zone for a touchdown, and now they just need the extra point to take the lead.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
A huge point after this for the lead. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. And now we are set up for quite a finish. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. And the throw out to the sidelines with just a few yards. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll snap it from the 38, leaving them with a 55-yard field goal attempt to try to take the lead and win the game. It is perfect. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.